he said it, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, plátanos is the you know is the way you say it in Spanish, but plantain chips is.
I'm so used to plátano. That's it.
Do you like them too, Lily? Do you like them? All right, so we all agree with Oreos, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, Cheez-Its?
Yeah.
No, kinda.
I don't like it, but it tastes like Coke with.
Sometimes. See, yeah. See, Hebron, it's a hit or miss, right? His headphones out, right? It's a hit or miss. But Oreos are definite.
Oreos are nasty.
What?
And you're black.
All of them? What does that have to do with Oreos? Alright, so guys, alright. But universally, right, we all agree with Oreos,
Ooh,
right?
gummies.
Gummies? That's true though. Cause they even make like a vegan gummy now.
Yeah, well cheese.
Welch's gummy, we all agree with gummies?
Yeah.
Have you guys had the Fruitfuls? You know the gummies with the they have the juice inside of them?
Gushers?
Oh,
They're not gushers,
right?
but they're like fruit.
Welchers.
Yeah, Welch's makes them too. Alright, so we'll continue with this list tomorrow, cause I'm gonna grab you guys some snacks, right? But we gotta come up with a list. Alright. So guys, today, log on to your E-class. Please someone tell me what the E-class question of the day is. I had a longer intro planned for you guys, but there was a debate, a Senate debate last night, and I wanna show you guys some clips of that, right? But someone log on to the E-class. What is the bell ringer question of the day?
What do you think?
Keep going.
Alright, I got you. So, hold on, Chris is reading the question of the day. Chris?
What do you think it takes for someone to become a representative or a senator?
Yup. So guys, what do you think it takes for someone to become a representative or a senator? Yesterday, we talked about what do you think the qualifications are, right? Today, we're talking about elections. So what do you think it takes? Guys, give me one.
What?
What do you think it takes for someone to get elected? As a House Representative member or Senate, basically Congress.
Know what he's saying?
Yeah, but what do they have to do? Like know what they're saying is like knowledge, right? Like qualifications, right? But what do they actually have to do?
Say what they need.
Yeah, but where? Where would they go up and say what they mean?
Politics, like public safety, all that, I guess.
Yeah, but where would they go to do that, right? Like what do they actually have to do? So let's say you're qualified, right? Let's say you're qualified, right? And you meet all the qualifications, you live in the state, 25 years old to be a House of Representatives member, right? You meet all the qualifications. What's the next step? What's one step in getting elected, actually? What do you guys think? First, what do you think? Dorian, what do you think?
Wait.
What is one step? What do they have to do? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you guys a
To
hint.
be elected as a senator?
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. Let's think about, we talked about Raphael Warnock, right? From Georgia. What did you guys see?
Ad campaigns.
Yeah, they got a campaign. Right? So, before we dive completely into the lesson, I want to show you guys, something that happened last night, right? So last night was a Senate debate between Ted Cruz, who's been a senator in that state for past 12 years. And he's running against another guy, give me 1 second, and it's a very close race. I know you guys don't know who these guys are, but let me find some shorts, okay. Marcus, are you still disturbed by this Oreo?
No.
Hebron?
You try the cork, the man, Coke Oreo? Yeah. I heard
Right.
like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Hebron, focus in for me, unless that's Ted Cruz you're pulling up there, right? Is that Ted Cruz? Is that the debate?
Alright, put that away for me.
Okay, guys, look up here. So, so,
Yo, the other
this guy,
mad angry.
huh?
Yeah, the Texas. Yeah, he looked
Right
mad
here,
angry.
right?
Yeah, he looked
Yeah,
mad
he looks
mad.
angry. Yeah, he looks angry. I mean, it was a heated debate. I'm gonna show you though, but it was kind of fire though. So this is his name is Colin Alfred, and he's debating Senator Ted Cruz. So how many senators per state? Two. He's trying to take his seat. Okay, let's check this out. Let's go. Let's go. Ted Cruz burial and viral debate.
Y'all at home might remember where you were on January 6th, what you were doing. I know where I was, and I know where he was.
So we speak about January 6th was the insurrection when the White House got basically invaded, right? A few people died, right? And Trump is under prosecution for it right now, right? Okay. So he's saying, I'm gonna preface this for you. He's saying that Ted Cruz was in the building, in the White House that day. Okay.
I remember when they told us to reach under our seats for these gas masks. I didn't know we had, because they had deployed tear gas in the rotunda. The officers locked all the doors. We barred the doors the president walked through to deliver the State of the Union with furniture that we usually use to hold paper. And I texted my wife, Allie, who was 7 months pregnant with our son, Cameron, and at home with our son, Jordan, who wasn't yet 2. Whatever happens, I love you. I took off my suit jacket, and I was prepared to defend the House floor from the mob. At the same time, after he'd gone around the country lying about the election, after he'd been the architect of the attempt to overthrow that election, when that mob came, Senator Cruz was hiding in a supply closet. And that's okay. I don't want him to get hurt by the mob. I really don't. This election is his accountability. You cannot just be patriotic when your side wins. Y'all at home might remember where you were on January 6th, what you were doing. I know where I was, and I know where he was. I remember when they told us to reach under our seats for these gas masks. I didn't know we had, because they had deployed tear gas in the rotunda. The officers locked all the doors. We barred the doors the president walked through to deliver the State of the Union with furniture that we usually use to hold paper. And I texted my wife, Allie, who was 7 months pregnant with our son, Cameron, and at home with our son, Jordan, who wasn't yet 2. Whatever.
Okay, so he's accusing him of being part of that, right? And hiding under the table. No glasses?
No, it was about politics.
Okay, so now, Ted Cruz, let's hear a little bit from him.
Oh gosh.
Or,
What did I walk
or
into?
you guys wanna see the angry photo here?
Oh no. This was all my parents were talking about.
They were talking about this? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So Amy, you just missed it. We just listened to Colin Alfred speaking about Ted Cruz hiding under the table or in the closet during the insurrection. Okay, but.
Congressman Allred has said publicly, if you believe border security matters, he thinks you're a racist. He calls the border wall, quote, that racist border wall, and he has pledged to tear down that racist border wall personally. And he said, quote, we will not have that wall in this country. And by the way, that's been his consistent voting record. He's voted against the border wall not once, not twice, but 3 times. Every single time there's a serious measure in the House to secure the border, Colin Allred votes no. Look, it's a pattern we've seen actually at the presidential level, because it's what Kamala Harris does as well. And understand at home, Colin Allred is Kamala Harris. Their records are the same. I've served with both of them. They voted in favor of open borders over and over and over again, and now they are desperately trying to hide that from the voter. And Congressman Allred has said publicly, if you believe border security matters, he thinks you're a racist.
Okay.
We love to use the term racist on everything, I've noticed.
Why?
In
Why do you think that
political-
term is being used?
Racist is always a word in it.
Yeah. Why? Especially so this year's debates, right, guys? This year's debates. Why do you think that word is being used?
I mean,
So
I can
much.
say what
Because it
I
apologizes
think,
for
but it
what
might get me
say
canceled.
say what you think. You don't get canceled in this
I
class,
mean, I
right?
think Trump's a racist.
Why?
Everything he does, the things he has put out, the things he has
Guys.
tweeted, how he acts about them.
Does anyone else feel like he
Like-
does?
He said in the debate against him and Biden black jobs.
I mean, when he was president, there wasn't really, like, I didn't, when Trump was like president for the 5 years,
Yeah.
I didn't, like nothing was really going on. I'm not gonna lie, like, nothing bad or good was really happening. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't
'cause
really
he
see like
didn't do
a
much of
difference.
anything
So-
besides build half a wall.
Same thing with Obama.
So,
like,
now,
nothing was happening.
so guys, right, especially my group in the back, right? So nothing was really happening, right? Didn't really build a wall, maybe half a wall,
Yeah,
right?
he built like 3 panels.
So, I want you guys to hold that thought, right? Because today we're focusing on elections. Tomorrow we're gonna focus on the power of Congress. What does, Marcus, before you answer that question, before you ask the question, what were you gonna say?
What day is the election?
November 5th.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
That's cool.
November 5th. So, if Trump wins, right, and he wants to build a wall, who does he go get the money from? Who does he have to ask for money?
Legislators?
Yeah, and who else? The legislative branch, right, which is who?
The Senate,
The Senate and,
the representative.
yeah, which is 535 members. So, he has to get the majority of Congress to say, hey, we're gonna give you all of this money to build a wall, right? So, if there was only a piece of the wall built, right, couldn't get the money. And so, just like you said, right, Dorian, right, like, nothing was really happening, right? So, we'll get deeper into that, why presidents come into office and things happen, things don't, right? So, again, in the local elections, right, we speak about this, we've spoken about this several times. What is the importance of your local elections and your House of Representative members and your Senate members? What are they responsible for doing? Why is it important?
Making laws.
Yeah. Yes. And who do those laws affect? Yeah. So remember, even though that November 5th is the presidential election, is the big one, millions to billions of dollars get poured into these elections, right? And like this one here, right? This debate here, not too many people heard about it or are talking about it, right? At least not the same amount of people as Kamala and Trump, right? But these are the important elections. So these two senators are, well, these two guys are from Texas, right? So Texas is gonna be affected by whoever wins, right? So from the video, you guys can guess, can you guys kind of guess what Ted Cruz is about from that short? What platform was he running on? What does he want to do when he spoke about the border?
Take it down. Who doesn't want it to like progress?
What? He doesn't want what to progress?
Like the security, like the things like, you know what I'm saying, they don't need to focus on.
Well, he thinks that the border should be closed. He wants to continue to build a wall.
I really, like, having like a border, it takes like a lot of money, not only money, you know what I'm saying, like, I can't even lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Mexican. Like I don't really like, you know, cross borders. Like we cross oceans to get to America. If you
Yeah.
want to get there legally.
Yeah.
Mexicans though, they got to go through a wall. And what I've been seeing
Yeah.
is not really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you have like a whole bunch of random immigrants coming through
Yeah.
and just chilling on the side of the sidewalk, just walking in and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not really doing anything to prevent them from coming in.
Yeah.
They can easily jump the wall. Like,
Not jump the wall. This is a big,
yeah,
big,
you can
massive
dig under
opening.
it. Yeah.
No, like you could literally like you don't have to go towards
Yeah,
the wall
because
at all.
Trump didn't finish that wall, so
Yeah.
one, you just walk around it,
Yeah.
and two, you could kick it down. People kick those down. It was just a panel.
I don't know if you can kick down a wall, right?
No, it was
Kick
literally
down.
just panels. They digged
so,
around, they walked
you-
around.
So now, I mean, just think amongst yourselves, right? Do you guys think that there should be higher border security?
I don't know. Like I mean, like maybe like 25% of it is like actual cartel members. A lot of
Yeah.
them don't really like go through the wall.
Yeah.
Cause like they'll get arrested and
Yeah.
they find you and they can see your
Yeah.
records in Mexico about
Yeah.
you being in
Yeah.
a whole bunch of murders. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So like you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Usually they could make the point.
So, listen, the conversation we're having here is also the conversation that they're having on the Congress floor, right? it's also part of the debate.
With cartel?
Yeah, cartels. Trump mentioned it before, right, publicly, right, about, Mexicans crossing the border and then being so-called bad guys, right? But he framed it like everyone who's crossing the
A lot
border
of them
is
are
bad.
trying to
So, but this is a debate that's going on, right? So, now, what they're doing during these debates are basically campaigning, right? So what I want you guys to do now is log on to your Google Classroom, right? We're gonna review the key steps in the election process, right? We've got campaigning, we've got primaries, general elections, and most importantly, right, like in November 5th, what are we doing November 5th? What are people doing?
Wait, are we off? Are we off?
Are we off? I think so. I think it's scheduled like a digital day on that day. So, kind of off, kind of like.
How long is it? How long is the election? 1 day?
It's 1 day. It's one more day.
It's only 1 day?
It's only 1 day. That we get off, alright? Alright. Alright, guys, go on to your Google Classrooms. Alright, back to my classes. Why is this? Okay, give me a second, guys. My Google Classroom is not loading up. Okay, is everybody on Google Classroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to the election process for representatives and senators. And I want you guys to open up that document.
You know what I think about racism?
What's up?
I feel like racism is kind of equal.
It's kind of equal? What do you mean? Elaborate on that.
Like white people and black people, like Arabs, Arabs and Muslims and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In America, like people think that like a lot of like the majority of white people actually like hate black people. Black people don't actually hate white people.
Yeah.
And they're just the ones that actually in a lot of places, you know what I'm saying? A lot of black people hate white people. You feel me?
Okay.
Like, if you let's say if you like a
Okay.
random white guy
Yeah.
and you were to stroll into a black neighborhood,
Yeah.
you got a higher chance of getting robbed as a white guy instead of a
Okay.
black guy, and usually they'll be racist to you in the process. A lot of them don't
Okay.
like white people at all.
That's a good point. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You guys agree?
A lot of black people are racist too towards white people. I've been with a whole
White
bunch of.
Yeah, towards white people?
Yeah.
And vice versa?
I think everyone's just racist towards everyone at this point. That's what this world has turned into.
I want to say a lot.
Wait, that's an interesting point, right?
Wait, what?
So the root of racism is like hate, right? If we wanna just keep it simple, right? So if everyone is racist towards each other, is there like a culture of hate?
Yeah, we all really just hate each other at this point.
So I wanna ask you guys a question here, right? So now let's kind of expand it a little bit, right? So has racism gotten increased or decreased over time?
But it's pretty much.
You feel like it's decreased?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why? Hold on, let's give Marcus the floor. Why do you think it's decreased?
It's suburbs. It's the suburbs. It's a lot.
What do you think? What do you think, Marcus?
I'm not the person to explain it, so.
No, but not an explanation, right? Just your general feeling, right? Like, what made you say that? What made you think that?
Like, except for like 2020, that George Floyd that got killed.
Yeah.
Not the much black people got killed really. So.
Yeah.
But like back in the day, a lot of black people got killed.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, so, you're essentially saying that there was just more racism back in the day,
Yeah.
right? So, what do you guys think is like a major component in racism decreasing over time?
I don't know. I don't think it's like decreased. I think it's now shown in different ways than it was just then.
Yeah.
Like, it has,
Ooh.
it might not be as bad as what it was back then,
Right.
but it has come and formed in different ways.
Westwood doesn't have that much control no more.
I won't say that. There's still a whole bunch of stuff.
So
You know what I'm saying? Like the Senate, that's majority white. You know what I'm saying? Representatives, majority white.
Majority white. Now, why? Why
Because
is that?
they were here
Because I just
first.
like
There's,
old white
there's
men.
more of them. Like,
Yeah.
Because people just
the
like
percentage.
old
Like,
white men at this point. Everyone wants to vote for an old white man at this point.
Now, does everyone want to vote for an old white man, or is there majority old white men running for Congress? Or
Honestly,
trying
that's
to
our
be elected?
population at this point.
even though
In
like all the
Congress.
bias,
Yeah, like
In
we
Congress.
need
So question, guys.
to restart.
How do we restart, Ava, right? So now, do you guys believe that you can run for Congress?
I'm not. I don't want that responsibility.
So who are you gonna give that responsibility to? An old white man?
No. Not
Yeah.
when pushing 80.
So,
Uh-uh.
remember, right? You guys don't go out and vote like you should. And you guys are allowing the older generation to fill most of the voting
The
block,
only
right?
old right man I would let in Congress is my grandfather. He would do
He
good.
would do good. So, believe it or not, guys, there is a path for all of you guys to one day become congressmen and women, right?
It's too much work.
If you wanted. So the guy Tim Walz, who's running for vice president again, right? He went to the army. Well, I don't know if he went to the army, but he was in the armed forces, right?
people like,
I forget
bro,
what
army's
his
changed.
position.
Like army's a lot different when it comes to racing. Like before, like it was like really bad.
Yeah.
But now, like since you know when you're outside,
Yeah.
you know, kind of like dependent
Yeah.
on other people. You have to depend on other people,
Yeah.
and you're fighting the enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, it's a black guy. I don't think you're gonna care and like when you're in the fight. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
Besides like out here.
Good point. But let me tell you his path, right? Some of his path comes out of the armed forces. He becomes a social studies teacher, Minnesota, right? And he's also a football coach. And at some point, right? So he didn't come from some wealthy family, right? And at some point, he runs for Congress. He gets elected, right? He serves his state, and now he's running for vice president. And literally afterwards, right, he has a path to become president, right? So coming from basically the ground, right, and then getting there. I'm pretty sure when he was in high school in the same position as you guys, applying to be in the armed forces, he didn't think that he was gonna have a chance to become president later on in the future, right? So guys, if you have an opinion, if you have a thought, you have ideas, that is the start. You start there, and this is possible for all of you. Okay, so now let's go through the election process, right? The election process for representatives. Guys, pull up that document in Google Classroom. You guys should all have it up, right? So at the top, we have eligibility, right? So eligibility to run, right, is what we went over yesterday, right, Hebron? Right? Candidate on 25. You know why Marcus keeps getting you caught, right? Because when he's talking to you, I don't know that you're not responding or you're not saying anything, right? So he's lining you up.
I wasn't even see that.
All right, so eligibility, we spoke about eligibility, right? Representatives have to be 25 years old, senators have to be 30. So I want you guys to compare the top portion there for those two election processes and the election process for senators. Number 2 on the list is announcing candidacy, right? So guys, if you had to announce your candidacy, how would you do it? Social media?
Just gonna threaten everyone.
Would you go on TikTok? Say, hey, I'm running, threaten everyone?
Hey, I'm running. I'm gonna hold you and your family hostage if you don't vote for me.
So now, guys, primaries, right? And these terms you're gonna see on your unit test, your unit quiz, you're gonna see them on your assessments also, right? We have the general elections, and then we have the election outcomes for both. Guys, you guys are gonna use this document to complete the assessments today, and, we're creating another PowerPoint today. Guys, now I want you guys to go into the next material, classwork material, and it is the election process vocabulary. Let's open that up.
So over what?
The election process. Did that classwork? I was getting confused on that screen right there. Okay. Election process vocabulary. See it? Okay. As always, so these terms you are going to see, right? These are just the terms that you want to familiarize yourself with, right? Nomination. Nomination is the process of officially naming a candidate for election or naming yourself or declaring, right? The primary election happens within the party, right? So Democrats choose who's gonna run, who's gonna represent them. Republicans do the same. The general election is where you as voters actually go out to vote. Constituents, we went over that yesterday too, a person represented by an elected official, the electoral college. So remember, who chooses, what system chooses the president, right? Is it the number of votes or what is it? Is it the electoral college? Chris, you remember? You remember? What system decides who's gonna be the president? Is it the number of votes or is it the electoral college system?
Number of votes.
No, because remember, when Trump won, Hillary had almost like 1 million more votes than he did. Electoral college, right? What is the number everyone's trying to get to on November 5th? Not everyone, but Kamala and Trump. What's the number? What's the number of electoral college votes? It's the race to what? What's that number? You guys remember? 100? No. More. So. 200?
150.
250? 270. 270. Guys, remember, on November 5th, whoever gets to 270 first wins. Okay. Okay, stop here. So guys, I'm gonna print out. Okay, I'll print out for you guys to work amongst your groups. Is anyone else's computer running slow? No, you guys are good? It's just me today, huh? My computer's usually very good. Y'all's are,
My computer's always slow.
it's always slow. Okay, I saw it.
So I go be open my computer up at my phone.
Yeah.
I don't only do it at school, like, my computer's like slow, because I barely open it. So.
Better go. Guys, to get a better performance out of those computers, right, you wanna go complete shutdown at the end of the day, right? A lot of you guys just shut, just like, close it, top, right?
Really, when I first got it, like, I had like another computer before this. I had only like 2. I had another one before this. It was like pretty normal. It was like black one. It wasn't like this. And then I got this one. It was like kinda nice when it came out.
Yeah.
No, with time.
No, with time, right? Alright, guys, so this assessment here is the election process for representatives and senators. You have the Google Classroom, right, the classwork material there to help you out, reference it. And as you answer those questions, right, I want you guys to really use some of the actual vocabulary from your vocabulary list. And you guys can work as a group, right? Help each other out.
All you gotta say is vote for me or else.
Go for me or else? Listen, it may work. think about this, Ava,
So
right?
scared of.
Think about this, Ava, right? Let's say if you decide that you wanna run and you post that on TikTok, vote for me or else, and it goes viral, right? And all of a sudden you're a TikTok sensation. Right,
I would
this-
get myself canceled in the first 5 minutes.
This girl, listen, Trump thought he was gonna get canceled too. He said a lot more crazier
He
things.
pretty much is canceled, let's be honest here.
That's not what the polls say, right?
You do.
So we have to go by facts and numbers, right? So let's say if you
He
go,
was banned off
listen,
Twitter.
if you go viral and you're running for state representative, I'm gonna vote for you.
I don't know, there's some dude on my TikTok named like Brett Peterson or something.
Uh-huh.
You know
And
what's
it will be
crazy?
some random video,
Oh, Lord.
and then
Sorry.
at the end it will be like, vote for me, Brett Peterson, and he would just be doing some weird stuff. I'll have to pull up a video, because if I see his name up there,
Okay.
I'm voting for him.
So what is he running for?
I don't know, it's just some old dude.
Figure it
Some
out,
old-
right? Look it up. Really?
I think
Share.
it's some old dude who just like needs help.
Well, I don't know if he needs help, but he does need votes. 'Cause that's what it's about. Marcus, I don't think Dora the Explorer is running for state representative. That'd be crazy if she was.
I mean, you could ride her in.
That is true, right? So if Dora
Okay,
can run,
right.
Ava Beck can run also.
I don't want that responsibility. I mean, the money is nice, but like,
See, how do we complain, but we don't want we
No.
complain about old white men, but we don't want the responsibility of
No, but,
replacing
like,
these old white
there
men?
could be a red button, and I would be like, ooh, red button, what does that do? And it would be like nuclear war button, and I would accidentally press it.
You wouldn't. You would actually
I
have
would-
a team of advisors.
Like, I would accidentally sign something, and it'd be like the worst thing that could ever be signed. And I would just be like, okay, sounds cool to me.
Well, think about this, right? So
We would go
Congress,
to war.
Congress gets together and they create a bill, right? Because a law has to be a bill before it becomes a law, right? And so
won't be
if you're
there.
part of that process, right? So you'll be one of 535 members.
They would all like,
It's hard to make a mistake.
they would all try and vote me out. They would be like, get this girl out of office.
But if you have the votes, if the people love you, they cannot.
I
Right?
don't
That
know.
is, see, this is the beauty of democracy, right? This is the beauty of democracy.
I almost got canceled on TikTok for saying my opinion. So like, I don't think the
Did
world
you?
wants.
Now, how many views or mentions from that?
I
From that
don't
mere
even
cancellation?
remember. Cause like they've all blocked me.
Who?
No, but I had like over 100 semi comments just attacking me, and I was like, whoa,
That
okay.
means that you elicited some sort of emotion with your comment. So you have the ability. That's
I literally just said, I don't remember what I said. It was something about Trump,
yeah.
and then they all went after me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Think about the video that we watched, right? What was Ted Cruz trying to do? He was trying to do the same thing that you did. Think about that. Think about what you did works.
What I did almost got me murdered. Like they were like,
You had an opinion. You had a point. You were strong about it.
it was literally a joke too. I was just joking around. I said something, and I got attacked, and I was like,
You're using the term, right? You guys using the
"Ooh, Brett
you guys
Peterson, there
using
he
the
is."
election material?
I am Brett Peterson. I love this guy. Where's his video? I think this old guy's just messing about,
Really?
but I do like him. He's funny.
That's about. Have you discovered
Yeah,
what
this
he's
is
running
him.
for?
No, this is just him.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's not running for anything. So, what is he doing there? What part of the election process is he doing there? Think about it, the election process, right? What did he do? Look at number 2. What did
I
he
am
do?
Brett Peterson.
Look at.
Announcing his.
He's announcing his candidacy. I am Brett Peterson, right? Hold on, bring that back. Bring
I'm
that
trying
back.
to find a
More?
funny
He's got
one.
more?
He has a whole bunch. Where's his account? Like, go random.
Brett Peterson. Okay, yeah. Look, if Brett Peterson can announce, Ava Beck can announce also, right?
I don't know. I gotta find the good videos because I would send them to my friend all the time because they're the randomest thing.
Guys, let's work on this for about.
They have to be.
Let's work on this for about 2-3 more minutes, and then we'll go over it.
They have to be aged.
There we go.
Alright, so have to be legal.
Right? You can vote. That's true.
That's just like,
Exactly. Exactly. But what's the word? Right? What's the vocabulary word? That just
citizens and mayor.
Exactly. Shut up.
Come on, load. We need a cell tower.
Constituents is another one.
I'm guessing.
Guys, also, if you're looking for some of the right words, right, Marcus? Let me see. If you're looking for some of the right words to use, yeah, what is that, bro? What is that? Guys, refer to the vocabulary list, right? Use some of that. Is that your paper or is that?
No, that's the day. Age.
Yeah.
You just like the right facts, I guess. Eligible voters.
Yeah. Yeah, true, because in some states, if you're a felon, you're not eligible to vote.
So how many years did Barack Obama be president for? Was it, did he serve 2 terms? or
2 terms, yep, 4 years each.
You just called me. Nah, you recorded.
You
So-
too.
I did. You did? Don't guess like him.
One question I asked,
Like, I
right?
don't know what this is.
Dorian Clyde, right, guys? But when we get into when we go into the executive branch, we'll discuss more about like terms for presidents, actually, right? So guys, remember, terms for representatives are, Hebron, how long can a House of Representatives serve? What's the term?
Yeah, how many, like,
2 years.
2
like, how
years,
many,
nice.
like, voted?
Huh?
Like, how many voted for, like, Barack Obama? Like, how many, like, how was, like, the majority? Did, like, the majority?
The total
vote for
votes?
him?
The total votes, I'm not sure now, but we can look that up. You can look that up. Yeah. Look that up. All right. Guys, let's do this. Let's go over these questions. Ava, I'm asking you this, right? All right, guys. What is the first step for someone who wants to run for the House of Representatives?
Go
Ava,
on TikTok.
go on TikTok and do what?
Say I'm Brett Peterson.
And I am Brett Peterson and
Vote for me.
yeah. And what is that called?
Announcing candidacy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Who can vote in elections for representatives and senators? Who can vote in elections, Chris?
Citizens?
Citizens, yep. How often do U.S. senators get elected? 6 years. 6 years, nice. Nice. You guys, you getting this? All right. Which amendment established the direct election of senators? What? Hebron. Hebron. You just got elected to answer that.
What?
Say it. It's right there.
Wait, what's the question?
Number 4.
Oh, 17.
Perfect. Last. What is one responsibility of a candidate during a campaign? What is one responsibility of a candidate during a campaign? Have we gotten there? Isaiah, you got it?
No, he promised to do number 5, but he did number 5.
Can you do it? Refer to the material, right? Refer to the material. You got it, Dorian? On number 5? What is one responsibility? Ava, what you got?
I didn't get there yet.
Don't say false information.
Chris?
It's the communicator platform and engage with voters.
To communicate a platform and engage with voters. Guys, let's refer back to that video. What platform was Ted Cruz communicating to his voters? What is he trying to accomplish?
To get more people to vote for.
What was he talking about So platform is what these guys stand for, right?
Or the wall.
The border, right? Border security. Okay. How much time do we have left? Okay, guys, we got a couple of minutes left.
I'm trying to find the funny Brett Peterson video, but it's not working out.
It's not working out.
I might have to do that for homework and just start
What would you say?
showing tomorrow.
It look like.
No, because there can be the most random ones too. It will all of a sudden be a video and then it will end and he'll go, I am Brad Peterson, vote for me, and then he'll like do something.
So guys,
You clearly read mind.
this, so, God, Marcus,
Yeah.
right? Those you're gonna hold on to, right? These you're gonna give back to me, right? So I want different answers on these than you have on those, okay? So for repetitive questions, like, give me another set.
What are we trying to do?
I'm
By the
gonna
way,
do.
I like that guy.
I love him.
Yes.
Honestly, I would vote for. He has my
Yes.
vote.
But so, exactly what I'm saying, Ava, right? But he is an old what?
White man, but I find him funny. So
But so Brent Peterson essentially had, is it Brent or Brett?
Brent, I think.
He essentially had the ability to do this when he was younger, right? So old white man, young white man, old white woman, young white woman, old young black.
People are making that
Hispanic,
into
right? And you guys can all announce your candidacy. Right? I think we should do that. We should do that as an assignment, right? Go on TikTok and post the videos saying that
I
we're
love
running.
him.
Right? Have you guys ever run for like class president? Nope. Or anything like that, right? Or anything related in school? No?
Like honestly, I would vote for Brent
You have to
Peterson.
have a lot of press for that.
Say what?
You have to have a lot of press for that.
Have you guys ever voted for someone? Nope. We had homecoming, right? The other day, right? There was like homecoming king and queen. Did you guys vote for him? No? You didn't vote for her? You didn't support your homecoming king and queen? What? Damn. Well, that's how people feel about elections. Right? Chris, you got one? Alright, guys, remember, so, for example, the first question on this exit ticket, Marcus says, what is one step in the election process? Don't put the same step you guys had on the other document, right? The difference that, oh, he running, we're going for the same one.
So what's different from number two?
For number two?
Yeah.
Remember, right, so, we have citizens, right? So I use another word, right? Look at the vocabulary. Yes. Yep, exercise that vocabulary.
Yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. So it will be a video like this.
Ah, that's good. Listen, that's creative, right? Let's see, look at this. 4,000 likes, right? So he has possibly 4,000 people that are willing to vote for him, right? He does?
I think it's about simple, nice and simple.
Future. That in the election, that's not the election, that's the voting process, right? Give me the election process, bro. Let me see.
Oh, I know. That's not what you're saying.
That's qualifications, not qualifications. We're talking about the election process, right? So one step is announcing candidacy, right? If
You run.
Have you added ads, like,
pull up your Google Classroom, yeah, ask, what is that called?
campaign?
Yes.
How you spell that?
Look it up. It's on. It's on. You see, you shut down too early. Open up.
How you spell it?
CHA.
Oh my God, he said H.
Look
Is it
at
not-
guys.
it's not
Open up the
H.
Google document. I posted this.
Where's
But
it?
that's why I posted this material for you guys, right? Open that up. Nice.
I love this guy.
There's C-A.
That's his whole
So it's
TikTok.
mosquito?
Get Ava.
I
Make
know I
sure.
saw it here
Make sure
somewhere.
you're filling that out.
I am. I'm
right?
trying to
You
think
are?
of another word
Okay.
for
You're all-
citizens.
You hold on to that. Yeah.
Sure, it's not on.
The people of the United States of America.
Yeah. So you've got about 2 minutes, guys.
I'm done.
You done?
I do.
If I can spell.
There you go.
I don't know which one.
I'm gonna take out all this.
What the?
Not a lie. I don't know.
Wait.
I want you to hold the.
Can I interrupt? Hey,
Which one?
what time is it?
This? So, do you have one?
clear.
You got your name on it? Okay. We'll revisit it tomorrow.
That's
You can add it tomorrow.
So as you use like go on, like how, it was like the percentage of like races in the vehicle, like it used to be like 13% race, what is it now? It has to be a lot bigger.
Maybe, but I think this is, in my personal opinion, right? I think social media has a lot to do with ending
Yeah, like,
racism.
look at this guy,
Right, because more people are able to connect from different cultures, different races. You're able to see how people live and the commonality amongst us, right, through social media. Back in the days before social media, we didn't know. We didn't know that we shared so much in common.
Like, look at him.
That's it.
You're
Follow
right.
his Bible. And look at all the, look at all those,
I know.
all those likes.
How many
Listen.
followers does he have? Oh my god.
Oh, that's what I mean.
I love Brad Peterson.
408K. Like, if he's seriously 6.7 million likes, so if he seriously wanted to run for Congress in his state, would he win? Would he have a chance?
Yeah, I
Could you
would
do the
vote.
same?
I don't wanna.
You-
But I would vote
You don't
for him.
wanna? Don't leave it in the hands of others. Ava, take control. Doc, what's up?
I don't want me running for Congress.
Yeah, just put your name on it. I'll get back to you tomorrow.
That would be like scary.
What time is it?
That would be like no school.
Hold on.
But Brad Peterson, oh, he has my vote.
Allow me to vote.
I can.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm leaving and going to Italy,
No,
so like, I won't be here. Do that. Brad Peterson?
Salami.
He could.
The cheese and salami.
If he lives to that long and he runs, I will vote for him. He has my vote.
But then he will be an old white man that you'd be voting for. You just said this.
No, but he's not like your typical old white man. He looks like he's homeless and has no clue what he's doing and is like, hey, this is funny.
Okay, but he may have a wealth of knowledge. Let's not underestimate.
You know what? I say Lieutenant Dan. The guy, you've seen Lieutenant Dan from Hurricane Mountain,
Yeah.
who lives in that boat? Lieutenant Dan for president.
No, I thought
He has like one leg and he's like, I'm not leaving my house. This is
Guys,
homeless guy
enjoy
boat."
your rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
But yeah, I say Lieutenant Dan for president. He survived the hurricane, his boat's fine, he's fine. Lieutenant Dan for president.
All I'm saying is you can do it, Ava. It's possible. It is possible. You
I'm peacing
can.
out.
You have strong
I'm going to
opinions and
graduating
points.
college and then I'll be in Italy. I'll be there eating pasta.
And if you announce your candidacy on TikTok, I will vote for you. I'm just telling you. Sorry.
I mean, what you could do is help me win the lotto.
The lotto.
You help me become a billionaire. and
I don't know if I could do
that.
that, but I can give you my vote later,
They
Ava.
wouldn't want me in there. They would be like, who voted for this person? Get her out. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.